Hi friends! In this video, I'm going to show you how I took this ugly fiberglass door and turned it into a beautiful wood door. I'll show you exactly how I did it and the products that I used. Okay, let's jump right into it. So the first thing that I did was painted my door in a base color. I used an interior flat latex paint in the color Sahara Desert Sand. I knew that I could do this look on a door because I've painted furniture in this same wood look technique before. The only difference is that this time I used gel stain instead of antiquing wax. I will put a link to the video where I painted some chairs in this same technique in the description box below. The key to achieving a wood look on a smooth door is in your paint strokes and the direction that you apply the paint. When applying the paint, be sure to brush the paint on in the direction that the wood would naturally go. A real wood door would have 2 vertical pieces and 2 horizontal pieces, and so I applied the paint and the stain in the direction where they would be joined together. When I first applied the stain, I wasn't sure if it was going to be too dark or not, so I brushed it on and then I wiped it back with a dry rag. Wiping it off made it too light for me. I wanted a richer color, and so I painted it back on with my chip brush and realized that I had more control over the coverage and the color with a brush than I would if I were to wipe it back. I also found that just the up and down brush strokes was not getting all of the stain into my paint, and so if I took my brush in different directions, then I could get the stain into all of the paint. You just want to be sure to go back with your up and down motion after you have gotten the stain in to create that wood look. Work in smaller sections to keep it manageable, and go back and pull that section into the other one to keep it uniform. To stain the doors, I used Minwax gel stain in the color Aged Oak. This gel stain dries fairly quickly, so you want to work fairly quickly as well, and try not to overwork your brush strokes. Before I started on our front door, I painted and stained these 3 back doors that we have. I thought that would be pretty good practice, and by then I should have a good technique down. I did not worry about getting paint on the glass because I have a method of cleaning that up when I'm done. However, you could cover these up with blue tape and some newspaper or whatever you like before you paint. Once the stain had dried, I ran a very light grit piece of sandpaper over just to remove some of the little bumps that I could feel on the finish. However, I would not recommend doing that because that actually removed some of the stain, and then you would be left with these little light spots on the door, and so I would not do that again. I did not do that on my front door. To seal the doors, I used this Helmsman Spar Urethane by Minwax. I applied the sealer with the same technique as the paint and the stain, going in the same direction that the wood would naturally go. Once the back doors were finished, I was ready to start the front door. Jess helped me remove the glass from this front door so that I wouldn't have to worry about all the trim on this glass. We also cut a piece of cardboard and put that inside of the trim so that we wouldn't have paint and stain making a mess. I screwed the trim back into place and was ready to get started. All of these little caps are to cover the screw holes on the door. I applied them to a piece of duct tape with the sticky side up on this cardboard and painted and stained these cap covers right here on this piece of cardboard. I used the same technique and applied my base paint going in the direction that the wood would naturally go. It helped a lot to work in smaller sections. A small roller worked great for faster coverage, and then I would go back over it with my brush to get those brush strokes. Doors are important, and there's so many things that doors can symbolize in life. The word says that our eyes and our ears are like doors into our soul, and so we should be careful about what we allow in. Jesus said that, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I'll come into him and dine with him, and he with me." That makes me think about all of our family and friends who will be coming in through our door, and I want them to feel welcome, to feel like they can sit and dine with us and feel safe. That is definitely a family legacy that I want to be carried on through my family from generation to generation. Over the past few years, I've learned that it doesn't matter where I live. I am the one who can create an atmosphere of safety and joy and love and inspiration to whoever walks in through my door. Although there are times when you've got to kick the dogs out, I did not want Miss Stella messing up my finish here. The front door has a lot more detail to it than the back doors, and so it was more challenging, and I don't want to make this look like it was so easy, such a breeze. Now that I look back on it, I do think it was easy, but I also remember having some frustrations with it, and watching over this video just helped me remember that. And so I'm going to share some of this audio with you where Jess was asking me how it was going.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's just very finicky.
You only get one shot?
Like it just starts to dry right away, so you can easily mess up your strokes.
Oh.
See it? You can see where I've messed it up, but I can't, if you go back and try and fix it, you just mess it up more.
Oh, it becomes more black?
It's like jelly that dries.
Dried jelly.
And it's like glue, and you see every little bit.
Oh.
So I'm just
That's
do the
nice,
best
neat.
I can. So as you can see, this front door definitely had more details to it that became more challenging. And so my best advice would be to, again, work in sections and move fairly quickly, and don't overwork your brush strokes. I also realized that wood is not perfect, and that is what gives wood so much character, is all the imperfections in it. So I had to let go of trying to get the perfect brush stroke and just let it be what it would be. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I love how it looks. It's just like the wood door that I wanted, but it wasn't in our budget. Here's how the back doors look after I stained them, and we've got the sheetrock in now, so it looks a little different than when I was actually applying the stain. And that dresser to the left of the door is going to be a project. I'll have a video for that coming soon. Let's take another look at the before. Here it is, finished and dressed up for Christmas. Let me know in the comments, have you ever done this, or are you going to do this? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.